All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Luis Magalong and welcome to our Moving Beyond Crisis. Okay, it's a series brought to you by our learning provider, Vertical Parallel. Wow, I miss saying that. Nakakamiss po na sabihin yon. Moving Beyond Crisis. Again, to those who are joining us for the very first time, welcome po. No? Salamat po sa inyong pagtuon. Okay, salamat po. Thank you for your time and welcome to the first time joining us. Okay, to those who have been joining us from the very first batch or for the very very first episode up to or the middle part, thank you po sa inyong pagtangkilik. Kayo po ang aming encouragement. That's why we're pushing this, or that's why we're doing this. It's because we're encouraged by people like you who've been joining us and learning at the same time. And also just to proceed as we proceed, as we proceed, our topic for today is leadership in crisis. Okay, na-miss ko talaga, no? Nakaka-miss talaga ang moving beyond crisis, no? If I can see now people joining, kindly say, and please do a shout out, okay, para ma-acknowledge ko po kayo. Yan, we have people from, ayan, si Miss Estee Lauder. Ma'am, thank you. Nakasama na namin again si Miss Estee Lauder. Ayan, si Miss Jennifer. Ma'am, thank you po. Yan. Si Miss Carmencita, ma'am, thank you for joining us. Glad to see you again. Nakakatuwa po, ano? Honestly, nakakataba po ng puso. Doon po sa laging lagi pong sumusubaybay sa atin, no? We're very happy that you are joining us, and thank you. Salamat po sa inyong oras. So also thank you to our speakers, previous speakers who have been part of this series of our Moving Beyond Crisis series. This is a learning event or learning avenue of Vertical Parallel, which provides encouraging learnings that moves us into action. This is free. Okay, the Moving Beyond Crisis is free, and if you are benefit or if you are being learning from this, I hope you'd be able to share, click like, paki-share po sa mga kaibigan po natin. Medyo natutuyuan po ako, na excuse me. Thank you. Please do click like. Please, if possible, please do host a watch party, no, para po maibahagi pa po natin sa ibang mga hindi pa po nakakaalam. So once again, we are Vertical Parallel. What we do is we bridge you to success. Okay, this Moving Beyond Crisis series is brought to you by, of course, our learning provider, Vertical Parallel, in partnership with our speakers who have been previously part. Also, with Elevation, AIB, PEME, Magalong Talks, and Icon Graphics. Yan po ang naging partners natin. And to those, doon po sa mga bago nakakasubaybay, no, this Moving Beyond Crisis or detag ng MBC series natin was brought because of our fundraising effort entitled Burden to Breakthrough. Burden to Breakthrough is a campaign or fundraising campaign for us as we provide swab boots and PPEs to select hospitals and frontliners. Yun po yung ginagawa namin initially. And then we came up with the Moving Beyond Crisis. So ito pong effort ay isang pamilya. Kaya po binabati yung mga kasama natin, no? Mga previously nakakasama natin. Because I'm glad that until now, people like sila Miss Lopez, Miss Estelauder has been joining us. So thank you. We are live on Facebook. Also, I believe a lot of people are joining us. Yan, hello kay Sir RD. Yan. Thank you, Sir RD Abelio, who have been joining us, our speaker who have joined us from the very beginning. So, isa po yan sa mga best speakers ng Vertical Parallel. Okay? If this, as mentioned, if please click like, heart, para ko naman po malaman, mahirap po magsalita mag-isa, nakatingin lang po sa computer. Batiin niyo naman po ako, di ba? Please do a shout out. Yan, click like, comment on our comment section. Also, if you can, and to follow us, or may script ako, tanggalin ko na nga. To know more about us, visit our page, Vertical Parallel Asia. Please do, if you've been joining us, please do review or recommend nyo naman po kami para naman po kami ma-encourage. Yan po, okay. So as I proceed, allow me to just share with you my slides. Okay? Yan, okay? All right. Okay, vertical parallel, what we do is we bridge you to success. We are, please like, follow, and subscribe at YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Yung YouTube, no? Yung YouTube namin, no? Pakidagdagan naman po ng subscribers. Alam ko, marami na po kami. 6 na po kami. Ayan. So, pakidagdagan naman po. Please do click like on us on YouTube. All the previous episodes has been downloaded there also. Uploaded there. Okay? But we also have published it here in Facebook. So, pakitingnan nyo na lang po yung mga previous series natin. Alright, thank you. Yan po ang ating mga previous speakers. Alright, this is the Burden to Breakthrough. The reason why we're doing this is, Burden to Breakthrough, to know more about us. As you're learning, I hope you'd be able to, what to do. Una po, you could give. Second is you could share this fundraising campaign to other people or to other groups that could help us provide yan po, swab booths and PPEs. To know more, dito po yung account, just DM us for other details. The numbers are on your bottom left or right, bottom right of your screen. All right, so please do visit, make it a habit also to visit our page, because what we do is we publish encouraging thoughts that you can download and share to your friends. Ayan po ang ginawa, ito po yung huli natin. I don't know exactly what the future holds, but I'm stepping forward with grit, anchored in grace. Yan. So, by Julie Graham. So, yan po ang ating thought for the day. Okay, so we do it every day. So, please visit our page so you can like, share, at saka i-share po natin sa iba. Because in this time of pandemic, an encouragement or an ounce of encouragement, even a small portion of encouragement can help others. All right. Also, allow me to announce also yung mga masterclass natin. These are paid trainings of Vertical Parallel. What we do is we do instructional learning volumes. We also do the online-based training workshops where we do it in Zoom, Webex, or any platform para po yun sa mga trainings natin. Also, we do the office-based training workshop. But currently, because of the pandemic, and ina-avoid po natin yung though may physical distancing, hindi pa po tayo pinapayagan ng government. So that's why we're less lang po yung ginagawa natin ganito. So more of us are doing the online-based training and workshop. To know more about our master classes, please, again, visit our page, Vertical Parallel Asia. Also, this coming September 18 and 19, allow me to invite you on September 18 to 19, Productive Leadership, Upping Leadership Potential, Management Skills Training for Supervisors and Managers. If you know somebody who can benefit from this, supervisors, managers, and if you're an owner or an entrepreneur, or kayo po yung nasa top management, this would be helpful in increasing the management skills for our managers and supervisors, in preparing them. Yung mga supervisors, we're preparing them for the next level. This is good for them. Upping Leadership Potential, September 18 to 19, 2020. This is a full course on productive leadership. It's an 8-hour masterclass learning program, inclusive of e-manual and certificates. Yan po yun. And yung oras, 1 to 5 p.m., September 18 and 19 also. All right, so on Friday, also allow me to just announce lang po, no? On Friday, we will have the part 2 of our homeschool, thriving in the home-based learning. Okay, so we will have Mr. Great B. Mabuti. He is the Learn Director for Homeschool Global Philippines. That would be on Friday, August 28, 10 a.m. So umaga po yan, kasi para po yan sa ating mga hindi po para sa kiddos, para po sa ating mga parents who are doing homeschool. All right? So also dun po sa mga nag-iisip regarding, especially that we're talking about the ODL, yung tinatawag na online distance learning. Yan po, this could be help augment yung yung exposure natin, at the same time involvement natin sa mga anak natin. All right, also on Friday, in same day Friday, but in the afternoon, 5 p.m. we will have Heroic Leadership with Ruben Lanot. All right, so tomorrow we also have another one, and I'll show you the poster later. So now, okay, wala po pala yung ko. Nawala ko yung screen, but This time, allow me to introduce our speaker for this afternoon. Our speaker, he is, i-introduce pa rin yung sarili niya sa inyo mamaya. But as an introduction, he is the head coach for the Ateneo Lady Eagles. Okay, this is the Lady Eagles basketball team. Yung basketball team po ng Ateneo, but on the female. Okay, sila po yung mga Ateneo Lady Eagles. He is also a public speaker and a corporate trainer. He is also a sportscaster. Okay, and personally, we know this. We know him and his wife, and with the kids. He has been one of our kaibigan na we look up to. So he is husband to wife Macy, and they have 3 kids: Alejandro, Mateo, and Enrique. So all right, without further ado, allow me to introduce this afternoon our speaker, Mr. L.A. Mumar. Yan. All right. Hi, bro. Nakamute ka, bro.
Yun. Hello,
Yun.
everyone. It's, good to see you, Luis. Hi to everybody who's watching.
All right. So, currently, meron tayong mga we have people who have been joining us from the very first episode. But now, bumalik tayo. They're watching right now. So, LA, I'm your the online platform or the stage is now yours.
All right. Thank you, Luis. Again, I'm very excited to be here today. It's just an amazing time. I know there are so many challenges. There are so many hardships that we are facing individually, as a people, as a nation. And I just hope, and I hope that then I pray that this podcast that we're doing will be beneficial for all of you guys today. We're going to be talking about leadership. And I'm sure if I throw the word leadership, especially leadership in crisis, maraming mga words na pumapasok sa utak natin. There are a lot of things that are going through our mind. And I just want to start with a very simple story. As we know, we've been going through itong lockdown, yung COVID, yung virus, the past couple of months. Pero maganda siguro masumulan ko ng isang storya na siguro will try to summarize or illustrate what I'm talking about. I have 2 friends. Hindi ko nasasabihin yung pangalan. Nasabihin na lang natin yung isa si Juan at yung isa si Pedro. And these are real people. No? Pinalitan ko lang yung pangalan. But si Juan is somebody who really has been struggling during the lockdown. Whenever I converse with him, paminsan-minsan nag-uusap kami. Sometimes we are, talking sa phone or texting, ganyan. Si Juan talaga has a very, very dim outlook in terms of this crisis that we are facing. Kung maririnig mo sa kanya with his tone, with his demeanor, makikita mo, paminsan kasi nag-zoom kami, no? Or sa tono ng boses, you can really feel a certain, kumbaga, the crisis has taken its toll on this person. And valid naman, di ba? I mean, kung ikaw nandito, maybe your business tinamaan, maybe nahihirapan ka. I have 2 children who are in school, online platform, and it's very challenging for all of us. And some of us, we want to go out, we want to do, just different things, and medyo nakakabing fever na tayo, di ba? So, ayun, yun yung natin, yun yung hinaharap ni Juan, no? Si Juan is somebody who's just really struggling. And maririnig mo sa kanya mga words such as, sana matapos na yung COVID, ang hirap kasi wala akong work, and etc. Sana pag natapos na tong COVID na to, etc. And to be really truthful and to be totally honest, valid. Yung mga sinasabi ni Juan, yung sinasabi ng kaibigan ko, valid siya. Sino ba naman sa atin ang ayaw matapos itong pandemya na to? We wanna go out. I have a 4-year-old, he wants to go to Disneyland, gusto niya, may panganay ko, yung pangalawa ko, they want to go to the mall, they want to see their friends, gusto nila mag-basketball. So valid naman eh. yung pinagdadaanan ni Juan. The other side is I have a friend, si Pedro, who is also struggling, but he has a different demeanor. His mindset is a little bit different during this crisis. Nakikita mo with him, it's more like, what can I do? Now, this guy has also lost his job. This guy has been struggling for the longest time. And it's really been a challenge. It's really been tough, even for Pedro. Pero ang difference kay Pedro is medyo iba yung kanyang demeanor. Now, hindi ba siya nalulungkot? Hindi ba siya nagsastruggle? I'm pretty sure, even with my conversations with him, talaga nagsastruggle din si Pedro. Pero iba yung maririnig mo kay Pedro. Si Pedro, ang mga words na lumalabas sa kanya is, alam ko mahirap, pero may opportunity yan or may pag-asa yan or there's something happening. Kailangan ma-discover lang natin kung ano yon. May solusyon yan. And when I think about it, I have two friends, same situation, same crisis, same pandemic, pero iba yung approach nila. Yeah, iba yung approach nila. Valid ba? And I think, all of us, we need to accept the reality na nahirapan tayo. But Pedro, after being jobless for the longest time, and this is an amazing thing about si Pedro pala, si Pedro, ano siya, hindi lang siya jobless during the lockdown, jobless din siya even before the lockdown. Pero he kept this attitude. He kept a good attitude. He prayed a lot. Yung crisis, yung attitude niya, talagang it was different. It was really, really different. And you know what happened with my friend si Pedro? Si Pedro ngayon, he actually found a job. Apply siya ng apply, and he was able to find a job. No, kailangan makita niyo yung story na to, no? Si Pedro, before the lockdown, wala na siyang trabaho. Before the lockdown, pero during the lockdown, dun pa siya nakahanap ng trabaho. And I know it's very challenging and very difficult, pero I believe that one of the biggest reasons why he was able to get the job was because of him leading himself, leading his family in this crisis. So ang tanong siguro as we start this is, do we want to be like one who will wait for the pandemic to end, which definitely gusto ko nang matapos to. Okay? Yung pamilya ko gusto nang matapos to, yung asawa ko, yung mga anak ko, we want this to end. But there's a certain balance to it na si Pedro, he's not gonna wait for it to end. He's gonna do something about it. And he's gonna do something. He will not be hindered. And he will not be stopped by the pandemic or by the crisis. I want us today, as you listen to this short talk that I'm gonna give, I want all of us to become like Pedro. I want all of us to see that, yes, it is challenging, but there is hope. I just want to describe to you siguro, madali lang tandaan, hindi na ako masyado nag-PowerPoint kasi comment kasi sa akin, no, na ang dami na raw PowerPoint, daming webinar, ang daming kung ano-ano, even sa work, sa school, puro PowerPoint. So, siguro, ngayon, hindi muna ako gagamit ng PowerPoint. So, imagine niyo lang, no, na may mga words dyan. But I just wanna talk to you about the ABCs of the ECQ. A, B, and C. The first one is to accept yung present reality natin. Nelly, napakasimple naman yan. Ano ba yan? Parang, anong ibig sabihin accept? Yun yung problema eh. Sometimes we don't accept reality. We don't accept na this is our new normal. We're trying to wait for this to end. We're trying to get it to tide. And, again, we want that to end. But we have to accept yung reality. Sabi nga nila, there's what you call the grieving process. Now, when you lose somebody, I lost my father when I was 21 years old, and I was weeping and crying, and especially during his birthdays, or when there's certain things, basketball or a certain thing that I really remember him, and I just remember when I was 21, the grieving process where iniyak ko and talagang nalungkot ako, natulala ako. But sabi nga ng mga psychologists that if we embrace the grieving process, mas mabilis tayo makaka-move on. Mas mabilis tayo may heal. And I guess that's what we're talking about in a crisis like this. The A is accepting our reality. Kumbaga, yes, we're taking pay cuts. Yes, we have to do online or homeschooling. Yes, we have to work from home. Yes, my house is not that big. Yes, ang daming mga challenges online. Yes, humihina yung internet ko. Di ba? And these are things that, I guess, these are just realities that we have to face. We have to accept them. We can cry. We can shout. We can get mad. Tama lang yun. And I think we should all do that. We should accept our reality. We should embrace the grieving process. Pero, after you embrace the grieving process, kailangan magkakaroon ka na ng what you call a decision point. So, balik tayo dun sa story ka about my dad. Yes, crying, grieving, and occasionally remembering my dad. Pero when I grieve, and when, this man that I love, nung nag-grieve ako, now, hindi ko pwedeng sabihin move on. Kasi, but it made me healthier. Yung outlook ko mas healthy facing the situation. So, iniyak ko na, sinigaw ko na, nagalit na ako, etc. And now, when I think about my dad, most of the time, yes, I get teary-eyed every so often when I remember a song na kinakanta niya pagka sinusundo niya kami, or I remember, and I have 3 boys, so paminsan may mga ginagawa sila na naaalala ko yung tatay ko. I get teary-eyed a little bit, pero I'm healthier. Okay, hindi yung mataba, healthier in the sense na mas healthy ako emotionally. And that's why I can move forward. So ganun din tayo, embracing the crisis or accepting that it is here. So unang-una, underneath the accepting reality is after you grieve, you have to make a decision. Okay, my dad is gone. Okay, my business is gone. Okay. Now, after we grieve, we make a decision. Will this stop us from fulfilling our purpose? Will this make us better? Or will this make us worse? Diba? So now, kunyari, balik ako sa AirPods ko, iisip ko, ano kaya gusto niyang gawin ko? Whether that's taking care of my children, whether that's handling myself, I want to live my life to honor Him. Kumbaga, nag-decide ako na yes, nalulungkot ako na wala na yung tatay ko, hindi niya masyado nakita yung mga apo niya, but I'm deciding that I'm gonna move forward. Very important yun. So when you accept the grieving process, when you accept reality, then you make a decision. And what is our decision? Our decision is, hey, yes, nalulungkot ako. Yes, medyo hirap talaga tayo. But I'm deciding that this crisis, hindi tayo magpapatalo. That I am deciding, I have made the decision that no matter what I am facing with the lockdown, with the virus, with any kind of challenge, as a leader, as I lead myself, kasi syempre kailangan i-lead mo muna yung sarili mo, and as I lead my family, or as I lead my company, I accept it, but I make a decision, and I'm gonna say, yes, totoo yan, but I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna use all of this, parang gasolina, fuel, so that I can move forward. So, that's number 1. Accepting reality. Grieving process, but a decision point that will eventually lead you to a game plan. Leading you to an action plan para mag-move tayo. Diba? Kasi kunyari, nagka-crisis, hindi naman pwede tayong nakatunganga lang. Diba? Nakatunganga tayo, wala tayong ginagawa. Ang importante dito ay we grieve, we decide, hey, we need, and then we will move. So that's first. Number 2, ABC lang to na mga kaibigan, madali maalala to. Number 2 is B, or number 2, B. Mahina ako sa math. So B would be being bold. Ano yung sabihin ng being bold, LA? In crisis, the leaders have to be bold. They have to think outside of the box. They have to think beyond what is status quo in order to survive. Diba? Whether you are a colonel, a general, or whether you are a doctor, or whether you are a business person, importante is we have to be bold. We have to think. And nakikita natin yan eh. Yung reality na, di ba, all of a sudden people are selling things that they've never done before. People are vlogging. People are creating things with their hands. And why? Ano ang susi doon? Di ba? Ang susi doon is they're being bold. They're stepping up. I had a friend who works in ABS-CBN, and alam naman natin that they had some challenges. So I had a friend, nakausap ko siya, sabi ko, so how are you? Sabi niya, I'm just taking it as God's sign that it's time to move on. We prayed, hindi natuloy, I got retrenched, so I'm gonna do this. I'm excited for the new business that I am going to do. And she started this food business that is not yet super up there, pero I know she will be okay. Alam mo bakit? Because nakita ko that she is being bold. She is doing something. She is not just sitting down doing nothing. She's being a leader. She is doing something. And yun yung crucial eh. Yung crucial dito is really being bold. Experimenting and trying things that has never been tried before. Diba? And siguro that's a question. It's a good question for all of us today. I'll kind of share my heart, share what I do. I am an assistant director for sports development in Ateneo, and I also have this coach the women's basketball team. So when we coach the basketball team, hindi naman pwedeng ngayon na may pandemya, we can't all meet kasi syempre mapapahamak tayo nun. And ayaw naman natin yon. So, what did we do? We did not stop. Sabi namin, okay, hindi tayo makikita-kita, hindi tayo pwede pumasok ng Ateneo, but we have to lead. We have to do something. So, we have to think of creative ways. Sabi namin, okay, what can we do? Let's do the Zoom. This was before I saw trainings. Ngayon, medyo common na. This was in the very start of the lockdown. Mag-Zoom tayo. Gawin natin yun. Mag-training tayo sa Zoom. Hindi lang tayo magti-training sa Zoom. Why don't we do this? Let's get one of our coaches and edit some materials, watch a couple of games, and then palabas natin, padala natin, gamitin natin yung technology so that yung mga players, inaaral yung mga games and they start watching. So yes, it's not ideal, and yes, I'm sure we can still do better. Pero we're not gonna sit down and say, okay, pandemya, lockdown, hindi na tayo mag-train. Okay? We are gonna train, but we will follow the government, we will follow the school regulations, we're gonna use Zoom, we are going to use videos from YouTube, clips before, and we're going to work ourselves out. We're gonna do what we can do, and we're gonna be innovative. Now, ang medyo kasi sa tao, lalo na sa Pilipino, ayaw natin maging innovative dahil baka pagtawanan tayo eh. Diba? Nakakatawa. I just remembered, I was talking to somebody and sabi ko, he's going through a tough time and I think this is in the second month of the pandemic. Huwag kayong magagalit sa akin kung nagtitinda kayo ng ube pandesal. Okay? And, okay naman yun, masarap. Pero, so my friend was thinking, LA, kailangan ko yata mag-start ng business. Mag-start siya ng business kasi nga, kailangan niya. Lahat naman tayo, di ba? Kahit paano, kailangan. So sabi ko, Brad, ano yung iniisip mong negosyo? Naisip ko kasi, ube pandesal. Napakamot na ako kasi 2 months in, dun sa ube pandesal, lahat na nagtitinda ng ube pandesal. So parang iniisip ko, nauna na, ang dami na nun. Now, mag-click ba yung ube pandesal niya? Sana. Pero sana naman, you can be bold and be innovative and do something else. Di ba? Na parang, kasi ang dami mo ng kalaban dun sa market. Porkit nag-work sa iba, gagayahin natin. Parang old school phrase namin to, no? Yung gaya-gaya, puto maya. Why don't we be like other innovators, di ba? Like, kunyari, si Steve Jobs na, di ba, alam natin yun, sa maraming mga cellphone, he invented the iPhone or the iPod before. Luma-luma. Hindi nyo na yata alam yung iPod, yung mga millennial dito. But what I'm saying is, we have to be bold. We have to learn how to experiment. And I just want to share this. When we're leading in crisis, not everything will be normal, not everything will be comfortable. So we have to be bold, and sometimes we will make mistakes. Ulitin ko ulit yun, ha? Sometimes we will make mistakes. Sometimes our ideas will not work. Na pakinggan ko yung isang podcast ni Mark Cuban, who's this IT genius na may-ari yan ng Dallas Mavericks. At sabi niya, I had 1,000 ideas. 1,000 ideas, and only one of them worked. And that one made me a billionaire. So inisip ko, okay. So ibig sabihin, almost very similar to what a lot of these innovators, Thomas Edison, di ba na very common story yun na after failing over and over again, sabi niya, I found 999 ways how not to make a light bulb. So, dapat tanggap natin that when we want to be bold, we will make mistakes. We will have missteps. But the thing is, not just to sulk or talagang balungkot tayo dahil sa mga missteps natin, but the key is to fail forward or use failure as fuel for the future. Grabe, daming F nun. Di ba? Future, failure, fuel. No? So, tandaan natin yun. So, kailangan magamit talaga natin yun. So, that's number one, accept reality. Tanggapin natin na ito talaga. Grieve if you need to. Get mad if you need to. Cry if you need to. But decide to move forward. Number two is you have to be bold. Ube pandesal, okay, ngayon, may sushi bake. No? Again, eto na naman tayo. May isa akong kaibigan na, meron akong friend, masarap talaga yung sushi bake niya. Hindi naman ako magko-commercial dito dahil hindi naman nila ako endorser. Pero ang daming sushi bake. Diba? Tapos nakikita ko ginagaya sa Amerika. You know what? Okay naman yun eh. And if you selling sushi bake, ube pandesal, kung ano-ano, that's great. If it's working for you, go. But if it's not working for you, you might have to take that step of faith. You might have to ask God, Lord, bigyan mo naman ako ng isang negosyo na parang I will have my own niche, that I will meet a certain need. Para naman magkaroon ako ng konting market share. Kasi, syempre, Filipinos can only eat a limited amount of ube pandesal, di ba? Okay? So yun. No? So that's number two. And number three is to consistently persevere. Simple lang to. Hindi na kailangan ng PowerPoint. Number one, A, accept reality. B, be bold. And C, consistently persevere. Now, let me just say this. Marami tayo, we're all persevering. And we're all, we have our good days. But all of us also have our bad days. So the key here is to consistently persevere. As a basketball coach, I've seen so many kids score 30 points. There's this player back in the 90s, ang pangalan niya si Will Barton, who scored 54 points. Medyo 2009, there's this rookie by the name of Brandon Jennings, who scored 55 points in his rookie season. That was, I think, his 7th game for the Milwaukee Bucks. Pero, ano nangyari? Hindi na naulit. Ano nangyari? Wala na. And that is the difference why you, who are not basketball fans, you don't know Brandon Jennings. But chances are, you know si Steph Curry. Because Steph Curry can score 30, 40, 50 points. You know LeBron James. You know Giannis. Okay? Ang hirap pronounce ng last name niya, no? Antetokounmpo. Okay? You know them because they are consistent. There's this movie that when I was young, it's called That Thing You Do. And it's about this rock band na who had a nice song. Okay? Hindi na ako kakanta dito kasi baka malungkot kayo. But doing that thing you do, di ba? Ganon. And they became such a big hit and a big sensation. This is a movie by Tom Hanks. Tapos sumikat sila, binumog sila. Siyempre, you can only sing that song, a limited amount. No? After a year, they were trying to get that second song, the second hit coming. Diba? And then, eventually, nag-away-away sila dahil sa mga creative conflict. Tapos nag-away din because pinag-agawan pa nila si Liv Tyler. Ewan ko kung kilala nyo pa yon. Pero ginawayan nila yung creativity, pinag-awayan nila yung leadership, pinag-awayan nila yung babae. Eventually, that band, wala. They didn't succeed. They didn't get that second hit. And it's sobrang ganda nung scene na yun, wherein lumabas yung bida, tapos sabi niya, parang, syempre, in English to, no? Kaya sabi niya, ba't hindi namin nakuha yung second hit? Tapos si Tom Hanks, tumingin sa kanya, sabi, son, don't worry. I've seen millions of people, thousands of people who had that first hit, but never that second hit. Kumbaga, one-hit wonder ang tawag nila doon. Bakit? Because maybe one or two can have one hit song, but can you do it in a consistent basis? That's the game. That's the battle. Now here, in terms of our attitude, in terms of our leadership, can we be consistent? When we're fighting for our businesses, when we're fighting for our spiritual lives here during the pandemic, when we're fighting for our families during this time, when we're fighting and trying to be excellent in work or in school, it's, maybe we have one or two good days, but the key is to be to consistently persevere. Kumbaga, what? Fight with intentionality. Know that every day, to be very, very blunt, every day is a fight for us. So do what you need to do. Pray. Read your Bible. Talk to somebody who can speak life into you. Listen to YouTube videos. Listen to vlogs that will encourage you. Netflix is great, but maybe it's also a good time to listen to fruitful, encouraging podcasts. Whether that's your church, whether that's from business podcasts, so that you get pumped, so that lumalakas ka, and you learn how to fight, not only with intentionality, but you also need to learn how to fight daily, araw-araw. Because yes, when you read the newspaper, when you see the virus is going up, kinakabahan ka. Kakabahan tayo. But when you try to rewire our brains or recalibrate our hearts and say, you know what, Lord, medyo kabado ako ngayon, pero pakitulungan naman ako sa trabaho. Or Lord, medyo struggling kami as a student, struggling kami dahil ang hirap ng online classes, but you still fight daily. And I guess that's where kind of faith comes in, wherein we pray, we trust God. I love, maybe 2-3 months ago, our pastor shared this, and sobrang it stuck to me during this lockdown. Sabi niya, aren't you glad that the Lord is our shepherd? Because kung sheep ka, pag may mga dumating na mga kalaban, wolves or kung ano man, coyotes, wala kang magagawa kahit ikaw pa yung pinakamatapang na sheep. Pero if you're relying on the shepherd, nagkakaroon ka ng kumpiyansa. You're getting confidence daily because you know that you're not just relying on yourself, but you're actually relying on God. So, it's not a fixed world. I love it. But it is our Father's word. And I guess that's what I try to remind myself when I'm fighting daily. Get into a small group, get into a Bible study, read something into the Bible, yes, and then the others, like read books that will, don't just entertain yourself, feed yourself. Okay? Kasi yung entertainment, that's good, but that's really junk food. Okay? Mahilig ako sa mga Doritos, okay? So, okay yan. Chippy, Mr. Chips, gusto ko yung mga yan. That's good. Pero, during this time, how do you fight daily? Ang crucial is you get people. Pag nalulungkot ka, tatawag ka sa isang kaibigan mo na hindi sasabihin, oo nga, wala na talagang mangyayari sa negosyo mo, Brad. No, you talk to people who will say, you know what, kaya mo yan. Get somebody who will encourage you. Look for people that will encourage you and uplift you during this time. So very simple lang as I conclude, no? A, accept your reality, embrace the grieving process, but decide to advance or to move forward. Be bold. Do something that's never been done before. Use this COVID as an opportunity rather than as a hindrance. See the opportunities, whether that's your personal or your professional life. And see, all right, consistently persevere. And that's where our faith will come in. That's where we fight daily. So I hope that you guys got encouraged today. God bless you. And I hope that you can also, medyo konting promotion, you can also check out Life Actually with L.A. Mumar. We have some mga encouraging interviews, encouraging tips there. We have that in YouTube. We have that in Facebook. Please check it out as well. And we hope that you can like and subscribe to our pages. So again, maraming salamat. Hope that this short time we had together was encouraging for you because it was certainly encouraging for me.
Alright. Thank you. Yan. Thank you,
Welcome.
LA. Thank you so
Welcome.
much for your wisdom and insight. Okay, so grabe no. You don't need the PowerPoint pero sobrang no. So easy easy to write on the ABCs, no.
So nasosobrahan na ako sa PowerPoint, Luis. I'm sure alam mo yon sa work, sa school ng mga bata, lahat na lang PowerPoint. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying ako personally, I'm taking a break from it.
Nice. But indeed, your what you shared, very basic. Ang galing, no. For our viewers right now, thank you that you're able to take down notes. Marami nanonood, dumadami. Meron lang, ayan. Before we proceed
Mga
dun sa
kamag-anak ko yan. Mga kamag-anak ko yan.
Yeah, before we proceed sa Q&A, yan. Ayan, yung mga every yung mga viewers na laging sumusubaybay. Thank you, Sir Mumar, for a very encouraging talk. Keep safe po. Yan. Tapos may nag-PM din dito.
Thank you.
Thank
Keep
you,
safe too.
Sir. Thank you, Sir LA, for sharing. Indeed, you have been an influence to our mayor. So malamang taga-Pasig to.
Yeah.
At a very
Mayor.
Okay, so thank you daw na naging influence ka sa kanilang mayor at a very young age. Also, yan, kasama natin sa group. Ang galing daw po ng puro basketball sample. Kasi po, siya po ay
Sorry.
Okay lang. It's very
alam mo naman, pag coach ka ng women's basketball team, you cannot help but use basketball as an example and sports being in the athletics department. Yeah. Okay.
Pero maganda yung niya. Also, yan. Yan, Ruben, thank you. Ayan, si Ruben. We'll see you on Friday. Also, yan, we have, okay, let's proceed na to sa Q&A. Wala namang masyadong Q&A, bro, kasi I think they're really encouraged by what you're saying. Meron lang isa sa mga questions, not with the other host kabilang watch party natin. They're asking, what are the is there any practical tips that you can share? Because sabi dito, parang they've been learning so much from the webinars, but these are learnings online, puro theoretical lang ba? But I think I just have to rephrase the question, but they're asking any tips that you could share on your perspective that how can we really apply this not only on the mindset only, but the actual or measurable things.
Something. Yeah. Well, as you excuse me, as you listen to the learnings here in Luis's Facebook page or other means, I guess ang important is not just to keep it in our minds, but to make sure we work with it with our hands. No, yun ang sinasabi nga nila. So, for example, one of the things that I learned recently from one of the friends that I uh, was able to interact with was yung kanyang pagtulong sa mga frontliners. And so started talking to my family, talked to my wife, talked to my sons, and learning, kasi hearing this, we learned that there are great people who are serving, and they are, tuloy ba ako, Luis? Nandiyan ba ako?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So learning generosity and every small thing makes a difference. So ang gagawin namin is nag-usap kami ng nung second son ko, and magdo-donate siya ng because natutunan niya yun sa podcast, magdo-donate siya ng meals. Actually, not lang my second son but also my other sons. They will be donating meals. Like, nagulat sila. It takes 50 pesos to feed a frontliner according to dun sa So sabi niya, hey, I have 500 pesos na ibinigay sa akin ng lola ko. And I'm gonna donate it there. So I guess what I'm saying is, narinig niya, may learnings, tapos may application. Kasi we really have to, it can't be theoretical as the one who asked the question. No? Hindi naman talaga pwedeng theoretical lahat. So ngayon, kami, we're applying it. So I think dun sa Salamat PH, Salamat Frontliners PH, yun yung sa kanya, sa friend namin. So she was talking about it. Sabi namin, hey, game tayo. Kids, eto natutunan natin, what can we do about it? So my second son donated 500 pesos. Okay, and I'm very proud of him. And my second son also is going to be donating because he wants action more than theory.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, LA. May follow-up question yata doon. For the people that who are currently encountering the pain of the job loss,
Yes.
lack of budget, what are the things that you could any encouraging thoughts on that?
Well, there are two main things. I don't claim. Okay, when we do these seminars, I'm very cautious to share and say that this is the solution, because I don't wanna. I'm not a know-it-all, and I'm not all-knowing. No? And siguro a little bit of tip number one is don't stop. Kasi when you stop or give up or get frustrated, uh, wala naman, it doesn't help anybody, di ba? Lalo na if you lost your job, let's try to look for another job. Sasabihin nila mahirap, kaya you have to, yung point ko kanina, you have to stick to people who will encourage you. Kasi pagka pumunta ka, dumikit ka sa mga tao na medyo negative, hindi ka makakahanap ng trabaho ngayon, wala. Pero si Pedro nakahanap eh. You know, and number two, I guess really this is our faith. Without sounding any preachy or something, dito yung pagdadasal sa Panginoon na tutulungan niya tayo nitong crisis na to. And I think those are the two things that I want to share. Again, it's not the one solution, pero I think this will help.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that. Oh, yeah, nasinagot na ni LA. May mga follow-up questions lang po. But if you do have question, everyone, just do a comment or post a email. Pag nag-off-air na tayo, of course, just email us for other questions if you wanted to before we proceed to the last questions, LA, if there's where can they catch you or any upcoming events?
Yeah, actually launched my channel 2 weeks ago. It's called Life Actually with LA Mumar. So you can check it out. Please like or subscribe in my Facebook, in Instagram, and YouTube. Okay, so Life with LA Mumar. So may mga konting interviews with some people. And then also there are some mga learning summary. So may mga iba-iba doon. You can just click it, and hopefully you can maybe listen to it maybe every day if you want to. Mga episodes doon so that you can actually be encouraged as you fight daily.
All right. So yan. Thank you. Catch LA. You have page, right, bro? You have
Yes.
Facebook page, right? Yan. Catch him,
Yes.
LA Mumar Okay, and doon sa Life with LA, nakita ko yung first episode niya, so nakakatuwa.
Thank you, thank you.
Bro, for the last question, ayan.
Sige.
Ito, binigyan pa ako ng backgrounder, no? Okay. By Leslie, okay. They're married, for, bago lang pala for 5 years, okay. Pero
Okay,
pandemic,
medyo bago
so
pa.
dahil pandemic na magkasama na sila, lagi na sila nag-aaway. Okay, I think the question that she's throwing is that any advice to stop bickering with your spouse?
Ay, hindi. Hindi. Ito, hindi galing sa akin to. Okay? Pero, because, nandyan din ako sa sitwasyon na ganyan, to be honest. No? Kailangan nyo bigyan ng, one, Korean novela lang yan. Delo ka lang. No, you need to give each other some space. Kami, we try our best to have our alone time. How do you do that? We have 3 kids here. So, ang ginagawa namin, I would get the kids and leave her in the room. Bawal pumasok for mga 2 to 3 hours. This is not every day, okay? This is not every day. So that she can just sleep, read, watch some Korean novelas. Ako naman, hinahayaan nila ako kasi wala na rin ako, I don't get to hang out with my friends, ganyan. So, hinahayaan nila ako manood ng NBA ko or magbasa ng libro, all of those things. So, konting alone time, konting me time, di ba? I think that will go a long way.
Alright, okay. So, kahit di kasama, better
hindi ko advice yun. In-advise sa akin yon. So, para lang alam nyo. So, yun. So, tingnan natin. Kasi parang nag-work naman sa amin. So, baka mag-work sa inyo.
Okay, gagawin ko rin ngayon mamaya, bro. Try ko rin
alone time. Pero wag araw-araw, Hindi pwede araw-araw yun. Pero every so often. Diba? I also started dating, like, kunyari, my children. I'm due to date my wife. Nandito lang kami, get their favorite food. Ganon, hang out.
Alright. So, gagawin ko ngayon. Pag Netflix ko na nga si Jen.
Mga 2 oras, 3 oras, malaking bagay, lalo na sa mga nanay. Because, Luis, ito talaga, dun mo ma-appreciate yung mga wives more. Eh. They work 24/7, taking care of the kids, etc. Diba? Na parang, they're working, taking care of the kids, taking care of the house. I mean, most of them. And it's just a tough job, man. Wala pang bayad.
Oo nga, tama ka dyan. Alright, so as we close, any last words or thoughts, LA?
Well, first of all, thank you for guesting me here. Thanks, Luis, Jen. Again, if you're listening, make sure you check out all the pages. I think they're on their 16th, 17th episode. You will learn a ton. They also have great seminars. Yung master's class nila, make sure you check it out. Whatever topic, they have a lot of great topics. Instead of just, again, I am so for Netflix. May ano pa ako Amazon Prime. So wala naman hindi naman ako against sa streaming. Ang sinasabi ko lang, be productive. Check out their master classes. Check out these things because these are things that will help us grow and use this time. Ang daming negative naman Pero let's try to look for some of those positive things as we face this crisis of the pandemic.
Thank you. Ayan. Thank you, LA, for sharing that. Thank you for sharing wisdom, insights. So, I'll just put you in the waiting room as I do the final announcements. All right, so everyone, thank you. LA has been sharing with us ang ganda niya It's very easy. It's anchored in faith, hope and love. I think I know nothing. I'm certain about it that it's anchored in hope, faith and love. So thank you, LA, for sharing. Catch him. He's coming up master classes. Catch him. Please to catch him. We'll have him here. Also, he has on his own page. Okay, you can visit LA Mumar on his page. Okay, so but we'll have him soon here again and probably on the master classes natin. So everyone, thank you. As I end, allow me to just share with you final announcement. Okay, once again, join us for our upcoming masterclass this September 18 to 19, Productive Leadership, Upping Leadership Potential, Management Skills for your supervisors and managers. Also, please do like, follow, and subscribe Vertical Parallel Asia. We are active yan in Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Also, the YouTube, dagdagan nyo naman po, no? Para maging 8. Okay? If you do have, if you're interested in food photography, please, if you're an entrepreneur and you would like to advertise through food photography, please visit Splat Manila. Also, our friend Valenciano's Food to Go, right? Okay, so thank you everyone for joining us. As I close, please always remember that God is sovereign over this pandemic, and those who have anchored their hope and faith in God alone can finish this, because God promised to see us through. Okay, so if you're we're just here, VP, you always here for master classes. For any concerns, questions, queries, or any shoutouts, please do review naman po. No? Bigyan nyo kami ng recommendation para ma-encourage po kami lalo. Alright, so we're encouraged because you are here, you're present, or you're giving us your time. Thank you for your 1 hour. We love you. We're just glad that you're here. We're grateful for your time, and I'll see you tomorrow for another learning of the Moving Beyond Crisis. And on Friday, as we have tomorrow, Mr. Marlon Mamisa, and then on Friday, Mr. Ruben Lanot. And in the morning, we have the homeschool with Mr. Great Mabuti. Okay, talking about how do we thrive in the home-based learning. Okay, it's a good topic. Please do share it with your friends. Okay, do po sa mag-homeschool at the same time. Those who are undergoing the ODL, this online distance learning, so it could help them. So have ideas and augment the learning to be involved also to their kids. So anyway, thank you to our team. It's like Belaos, Mr. Paul Mendoza, Mr. Miko Medel, Mr. Christian Tomas, and Rod Bilalo. Also, okay, thank you everyone. Okay, we love you. I will see you tomorrow. Good night and God bless. Bye.